Today we're going to see how I was able to earn 10K on the side as an international student in Belgium. Disclaimer, look, I know this is a taboo subject in the African community and that we don't usually talk about money. However, since I'm honest and transparent with you all, in my last video I showed you my bank applications in order to show you my monthly revenue and my monthly expenses. Now, because my audience was so shocked by this, I had to remove them when I was editing. Money makes the African community scared. Look, I'm not making this video to show off my money or anything like that, but instead to show I was able to make 10K on the side as an international student in Belgium. I'm going to show you the techniques I use to save as much as possible. Don't focus on the money alone. Don't focus on the numbers alone. I'll help you understand that it's possible to put a lot of money on the side as a student. All you need is something to motivate you to do it. I want this video to motivate you and push you to do something. Fortunately, I learned very early on that it's important to put money on the side as a student because compared to someone working for a company, for example, at least they would be able to lend money confidently to solve a problem that might arise. However, as students, if any problem ever arises, we can only count on our savings to deal with it. What's more, when you save money, you get a certain peace of mind. It's like when you saved up 3 months worth of rent. You have a certain peace of mind, and now you can focus more on your studies. As I said before, you have to really understand why you want to save. You can't give into the temptation of spending everything you have. Here are some reasons that might motivate you to save. Maybe you're going to business school, maybe you might want to travel, or maybe you want to start an online business. Another good reason to save is to have an emergency fund in order to help your family in Africa in case something serious ever happens. Now, I'm going to tell you how I made money as a student. At this point, I didn't even start freelancing yet, not even my online businesses either. I was just working university jobs. So I started working in temporary positions. I was employed to work in the handling business in Liège. And for those who don't really know what handling is, it's just the delivery and stocking of merchandise. I had this job from September to November 2020. And I was making like 850 euros a month. So from November to December, I had to deliver flowers. I had to do this in the cold. It was not easy at all and very difficult. To make things worse, it didn't pay well. I was making around 750 euros a month, and I was working twice a week. Now, in January 2021, I found a great student job. In fact, out of all the jobs in Belgium, this was probably where I received the highest salary. I was the person who prepared and got orders ready for a big company. It seems like I'm keeping the company's name a secret, but you probably know it already. I worked 30 hours a week and earned 1,300 euros a month. In addition to the student jobs I was doing, I did everything I could not to fall behind. Since I had already finished my courses, I didn't have to catch up at all. And I was able to take all my stuff and go straight to the beach. But it wasn't easy. The beach was like the one in Koh Lanta. The beach was really like the Koh Lanta for students. You had to have a strong mind to resist. And this was virtually the only place to go to really be able to make money, even a lot. You could even make as much money as a manager. I heard people talking about the beach. I didn't even know why. So then I went for my first time to work there. When I got there, I felt like I was on the front lines. No joke. There I saw people that were mentally and psychologically ready. Even on the train from Brussels to the beach, everyone was so focused that you might think that they were at war. Look, the students were like this. Everybody was focused. Everybody was focused and ready to give their all. The first time when you went in hard, turn to the right and you can see your colleague. Turn to the left and you can see your friend and you tell him, bro, it'll be all right. Bro, it'll all work out. So you know me personally, I really wanted to make money. And there were many people telling me that I had to go to the beach. And once I got to the train, everybody was ready from the beginning of the season. This is because it was a seasonal type of thing. Also, these people had everything in their luggage. Their clothes, blah, blah, blah. Every sort of thing was in there. That was a situation where you really gave your all. There were shell casings, bullets. We were ready and mentally solid. We were in the zone. It was like war. So serious, even the bullet doesn't play around. If you get hit, you go down. If I told you I was psychologically ready, I would be lying. So at that point, I was somewhat ready mentally, but not enough. Because when I got there, it was like war. So I got there, imagine you get to the train, and then behind you, a little girl hits you with her elbow. And we did the best we could. I was a barman and I made a lot of money, to be honest. It wasn't easy. I didn't have a choice but to adapt quickly. Good thing was there were a lot of us and we formed a community looking out for each other. Those 3 seasonal months actually went well, and I was able to get a lot of money during that time. Now I'm going to tell you how I was able to save money on the side. Now, yeah, you can make a lot. That money runs out quickly. One of the things I did to save money was to rent housing with other people. I also took the time to lower my expenses. I used to live with only €5 each month. Now it's all with friends, going to the movies, trips. I put that all to the side temporarily. I only did my groceries at the stores where they were sold for cheap. I also reduced transportation costs by going places by bike. Now to manage my money, I had 3 banks. One to receive all my payments, another one which was for my savings, and the last one for my expenses. Also, the bank that I used for my expenses was highly optimized. Every response was recorded. So over the course of the year, as soon as I spent something, it was categorized. Later, I received an expense report, which basically details everything you spent in that month. Also, I stopped doing small grocery shopping trips every day. I make sure to do all my groceries once every month. I do this by making a list that includes everything that I need for the month. In terms of my dining out or expenses, I erased them all together. I completely stopped going to the restaurant and I only cooked at my place. To summarize, for the whole month, I only spent the minimum amount that was necessary. Now, in terms of entertainment, I stopped going out when it was not useful, so that I could start to focus on what was really important for me: my health, my studies, and my future. I also did not allow myself to have the luxury of going out with a girlfriend, because it's impossible to save when you're in a couple, in my humble opinion anyway. As you can see, I was able to save up, meaning that I was right. When you're in a couple, you have to go out, you have to go to the movies. When you're with a girl, you, as the man, end up having to buy all these things. So there are all my tips to save more as a student. So I hope this helps, and I hope that you'll start saving better and more often. I hope that you'll start to put more money on the side, simply because it's very important for you, because it's very important for your studies, and because it'll give you a peace of mind. So thanks very much for watching all the way to the end. See you on the next video with Frank Detective Afropreneur. Peace.